Yo, what's up, grinders? Today is gonna be a happy day, man. It's gonna be an awesome day. What's up, people from Cape Town? Lev, Mad Cow, DR. Good afternoon. What's up, everyone? Give me a second. All right, guys. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are in the world. It is gonna be a very, very good episode, man. Okay, so today's episode, of course, is the best is yet to come. Now, I think that a lot of us are now currently focused on the current situation where the whole market sentiment is just purely just bad, right? The whole market sentiment is just purely just bad. So if you are going to be focusing on your portfolio now, there's nothing that you need to do, right? There's nothing that you can do, right? It's either you cut loss and put everything aside, or you can literally just focus on something else. Now, so I just want to share that you basically are going to get what you focus on. So I repeat again, you're going to get what you focus on. Now, are the underlying sentiments really that bad? Well, yes and no. Okay, so if you look at the current sentiment of the market, it is low volume. It's very poor volume, in fact. So let's take a look at the charts. Okay, so let's look at the overall market first, the market sentiment. Let's go to the so-called the bad stuff, the negative stuff first, and then after that we'll look at why I feel that the market is holding back the good stuff for later. Okay, so we have very poor volume. Okay, it's a given, and not only that, our volume is low, and at the same time, money is actually exiting the scene. Okay, so if you currently see the volume, look at it. This is one of the all-time low 24-hour volume, guys. The all-time low. And you know what? It's not even the end of the year, and we're already getting we are getting the cryptocurrency volumes pathetically low. So let's look at the overall trade volume for the past 24 hours. Okay, so what's been happening? So curiously enough, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Dash have on BitHum have been literally been dominating the space. Okay, so in Bitfinex you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and Omisego. Bittrex you have Bitcoin, Vertcoin, Omisego. So do you see there's a little bit of a pattern? Now, this is what I want you all to focus on, because whatever you focus on is what you're going to get, right? So if you're going to be negative, naturally you are going to get stuff that is negative. It's very, very simple. So let me just tell you about my day. My day wasn't spent feeling upset, feeling low. Okay, I had a couple of power meetings today. So I'm actually very pleased to be able to be partnering up with a few people in the space. In fact, in the next coming weeks, I'll be having a few meetups here and there, gatherings, and we're going to be discussing what to do in Singapore about the cryptocurrency scene. I'm actually very excited. But that being said, there are concerns about where this market is headed. Is Bitcoin going to go lower than 3,800? Because 3,800 US dollars is a very crucial support. If it doesn't hold, there's definitely further downside. Then, of course, we have the impending Ethereum hard fork, right? The Ethereum hard fork is where you're going to have the Metropolis come on, and then after that, there's going to be what do you call it? Ethereum Cash. So you're going to have two Ethereums. Wow. So we have the hard fork, the SegWit upgrade at the end of the in November. Whatever comes, we're going to have end of September, there's going to be a potential hard fork in Ethereum. So you're going to have 2 Ethereum tokens. Previously we have Ethereum Classic, now we're going to have Ethereum and Ethereum Cash. Wow. Okay, so not only that, every single cryptocurrency, I guess except Dash, seems to be taking a big hit. I'm sure there are cryptocurrencies that are doing very, very well, but you know what? At the end of the day, let's focus on the overall portfolio first. So allow me to show you something very, very interesting that I found in the charts. Okay, so as you know, Quantum now is literally 50%, 56% down from the all-time high. Okay, and yeah, it doesn't look too good, guys. Honestly speaking, it doesn't look too good. It continuously has lower volume after lower volume, and you know, it keeps dipping and dipping and dipping. And you know what, when I look at the trades, right, these are literally very small dumps. These are very, very small dumps by the retail customers, and they're just not willing to hold on. Because why? At the end of the day, I'd rather move to something else that is alive, right? Because I need to make back my losses. So this is what a lot of people are doing. They are not willing to wait in a certain cryptocurrency because maybe in the beginning they heard it from me, they heard it from someone else. They don't believe in they do not believe in that particular crypto. So I've always advocated, if you do not believe in a particular crypto, then make sure that you have a very small allocation of your trading account, say 5 to 10%, never over leverage. That was rule number 1. If you had broken that rule, maybe because you had good purpose, meaning that you did more in-depth research and you believe that, okay, I'm willing to go in with much more than the 5 to 10%. Maybe I don't mind going in at say 20 to 25%. That means literally your whole portfolio should have only 4 cryptocurrencies. Fair enough for the amount that you're willing to spend in crypto. So never mind, that's water under the bridge if you had over leveraged anything past 25%. Okay, so if you are now stuck in a particular crypto, let's just use Quantum for example. But when we look at Quantum in terms of technicals, it looks like shit. Volume is down, it is way oversold, no one seems to want it. Wow, it just looks bad. Mainnet comes on board. There's going to be this token swap period that is let's say today is the 21st, so that means we have literally another 13 14 days of this kind of crap. So but that's why this episode is you get what you focus on. Now let me show you a chart that is going to be very familiar to you guys. So we look at Quantum now, Quantum BTC. Now let's look at a very familiar one that we overlooked a very long time ago. Okay, so this is very familiar, right? Everyone loves Ethereum, or at least people who didn't buy too high would love Ethereum. Now let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit, shall we? Okay, so this is Ethereum, guys. Let me just pull the chart. Let me just pull the chart for you guys because it's a lot of price history here, okay? Let me go one day. Okay. Guys, does this look familiar? Does this look familiar, guys? Does this look familiar? Look at Ethereum. Look at Ethereum before it was what it was, right? Before the EEA, before before whatever that you're seeing now, that where Ethereum is. Now you must be thinking, why am I even comparing Ethereum and Quantum? Well, what's the link? Now, what you don't realize is that Quantum is actually building on it's like building a bridge between the Bitcoin blockchain, making it great, and looking at the scalability, and there's going to be Ethereum virtual machines that and many other virtual machines that can be built on top of Quantum. Now, this is then it leads me to believe that if you are able to hold past, can you see these are one-day candles, guys? These are one-day candles. Okay, this is not what you think. Like you're gonna see that boom down. You're gonna look at the price, guys. I'm gonna just move very, very slow. Okay, I'm gonna move very, very slow. Okay, dip. Just look at the price fluctuations, guys. Look at where it was. And this is how long are you willing to wait? Are you willing to wait for it to happen, guys? So are you gonna wait? Are you gonna wait? So when mainnet is launched, when this FUD is gonna be over, are you still gonna be around? That's the only question. Because I'm gonna be around. So this is what I'm trying to let you all see now. Because no one will ever believe that, you know, that things like this can happen. And if you look at the chart, it's like, man, it's literally August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Almost a year, guys. Almost close to a year. So this is what's happening in Quantum right now. Let's go back to Quantum. Okay, let's go back to Quantum. And of course, we don't have that much price history. And this is Quantum. Right, guys? Looking pretty shit, right? So folks, now, this is not me trying to pull a magic trick on you. This is me trying to let you have some perspective. So if you had been reading up on a lot of all these cryptos, for example, like Omisego. Omisego is another heavy hitter project. Now we look at Omisego's Twitter. So if you have not read this article, please feel free to look at it. I will send the link in the chat right now. You can have a look. Okay, guys, don't think that just because you missed out on the Omisego ICO, you missed out on the Quantum ICO. No, guys, you're missing the point. It's not about you getting it during the ICO. Because during the ICO, you could invest only very, very little because there is only so much that you could squeeze in. And you wouldn't know how impressive the project is until very much later, guys. The only reason why you would put more is, or even have a chance to put more, was A, you are one of the private investors even before the ICO. That means you are definitely like a seeder. You don't have that chance. We don't have that chance. Then when the ICO appears, there is a certain amount of crypto that we can use to participate in this. How would you even know what kind of project this is going to be, right? So only when there's the developments coming out, then you're able to, oh, okay, I don't mind putting in more. And that's when you start building up and accumulating. So this is the difficult part that most people don't see, right? You only have an X amount of money that you can use at any one time, to be fair, right? You are able to maybe put in money only when your salary comes, right? Or you have some dividend payout that's coming in sooner or later. This is where you decide, do I want to start building up that position and accumulating? Now, you don't have to rush. You see, that's the whole idea. You don't have to rush. You don't have to care whether the swap is going to be successful, is going to moon during the swap. You don't care about all this, guys. Look at the bigger picture here. Are they going to be as successful as what they claim to be? Then you have to ask yourself, what are the paths that they are taking? Didn't you recently see that Ta Hongfei and Patrick Dai were interviewed by Forbes, right? Why is there so much momentum? Why is Ta Hongfei and why is Quantum's Patrick Dai appearing over and over again, right? How come there's so much marketing power behind it, right? Don't all these articles need money, right? They're putting out the projects, they're doing what they need to do, but it's just that the sentiment is down. So no one is really looking at all this stuff. Everyone is just like, oh, Bitcoin is shit, Bitcoin is going down. But no one is caring about where the underlying is. So that's why I need to bring that focus to you, right? Now, if you look at at the overall markets, just look at the tickers now. The overall markets are not looking well at all. You look at the Dow Jones, it's slightly down, minus 0.07, nothing much. You look at the Nikkei, slightly down as well. But overall, guys, the only thing that you need to focus on is, and you have to ask yourself, is Bitcoin here to stay? You ask yourself that, is Bitcoin here to stay? If Bitcoin is here to stay, you continue to invest and you continue to be strong. Because guys, the governments are trying to lock it down. The governments are trying to choke off liquidity. The governments are choking off the exchanges because why? Through the exchanges, you can get back your fiat. You make money in Bitcoin, so what? You can't even cash it out. Now, if you are able to somehow have an access to a debit card, that means a crypto debit card, good for you. Because at the moment, Wavecrest is denying us access for, especially people in like for example, outside of Europe. Okay, I'm not a European citizen, so I'm not able to use a debit card. And the deadline that I can use my Bitcoin, my Xapo debit card is only until 15th of October. I can't use that even if I wanted to support the cause. Right? So these are the things that is happening, guys, because they know that if I choke off, okay, so governments know that if I choke off your liquidity, you're not going to want to play in this scene anymore, because you better go back to work. You better just start paying your income taxes. Don't try to evade, because all these capital gains tax and everything like that, when you are making money in the crypto scene, you're not going to be able to, you see, you can kind of like don't declare, because they know that at the end of the day, not many people want to declare when they make money in this space. So they want to choke it off, right? Because they know that I can't account for the fact that if you are investing your monies in cryptos, your retirement funds, your savings or whatnot, how do I know? Right? So it depends on what country you're in, right? Because in Singapore, there's no capital gains tax. Maybe in your country, you may enjoy the same benefits. I don't know. But the most important thing is that governments need to clamp down, because they don't want this going. They don't want to miss the boat either. Because whenever there's transactions going through, these exchanges are making the exchange. You get what I'm saying? When these exchanges actually transfer money back to your account, it's just a transfer, right? Because it already comes in the same denomination. There's nothing that they make, guys. The banks are like, you're cutting me off, man. I want to make that money too. So until they can have a framework that they can get a piece of this pie, then things will settle down. Because, hey, everyone's making money. So this is what you have to hold on to. Now, if let's say, for example, right now, if you have not, if you are feeling like, Brian, I invested 1,000. Man, it's now $500. Then you ask yourself, I only invested 1,000. Don't I want to have a $10,000 portfolio? Don't I want to have a 10,000 becoming a 50,000 portfolio? Right? You got to think this way. You're not like, oh damn man, I put in 10,000 and now it's 5,000. That's the whole idea. You want to gradually build it up, because in the first place, you cannot expect that everything is going to moon, guys. Okay, I already knew that it's not going to happen, because as the market cap grows, okay, not every cryptocurrency is going to moon, and eventually you're gonna probably put your money into some random stuff. You're gonna get caught and you're gonna lose 90%, and not only that, there's no chance for it to appear. No chance, because these cryptocurrencies don't even bother to really build the business. They were just there to raise money from you and leave, right? Come on. We can name a lot of projects that are doing this, okay, a lot. But when we at Crypto Grinders, when we recommend, we know that underlying, these fellas are here to stay. These fellas are here to build a footprint, a global footprint and infrastructure. It's very important, guys, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because if you don't see all that happening in that particular crypto that you invested in, God help you, because that is your personal decision. It's okay, because you made the choice. You have to take responsibility for the choice that you make. Okay? So with that being said, all good. So now those who have invested, say 1K, 5K, whatever that you have invested now, take a step back. Take a step back and ask yourself, is the situation really that bad? Is the blockchain space fucked up? Now, then you have to start searching for information around all the corporations. What are they doing? What is your country doing? What's your government stance on it? What is your president, your prime minister, or basically your monetary authority in your country? What's their stance? Are they negative? Are they trying to shoot it down? You have to ask yourself all these questions. What are the people around you what are they saying? Do they even know about blockchain? Do they even know about Bitcoin? So you keep asking yourself all these things, and then you make a decision. How much more you want to enter? Do you want to take a seat back like shit? You know, I think I'm a bit scared. I don't want to buy anymore, man. I'm scared. You know, and that's when you realize that you've lost the battle. That's when you realize that you were not here to find freedom for yourself, because blockchain, Bitcoin, is actually decentralized money. What does decentralized money? To pull away from the centralized system that has been locking and enslaving us for the many decades that it has been around. And people get it, okay? People get it, but because I need to survive, I need to feed my wife, I need to feed my husband, I need to feed my kids, you know, I can't do this battle, guys. I can't. And that's when you give up. And that's what they want you to do. Because once you give up, then this battle is over. Because the more they suppress you, you're going to be enslaved to your job. You're going to just work 40 hours a week for, 24/7, whatever you work, okay? And you'll never find the freedom, because you don't even want to trust in the system that is what Satoshi Nakamoto is trying to build. And all these startup companies are doing their best to help you see that, but you couldn't see it. So, guys, like I said, it's up to you what you want to focus on. I am just a voice. I'm just a messenger. I'm not here to influence you or whatever. I'm just stating the facts about how I see it. And I hope that if you believe in what I say, or you can believe in what I'm trying to teach you or trying to share with you, and you believe that, you have to continue to be in this market, stay invested. Not only that, guys, you have to start allocating, because when you put your money in the bank, please tell me, you guys share with me in the chat, share with me, what are you getting? What are you getting for your money? Just tell me. Like, are you getting like 5-10%? Right? When you stake on any of the solid cryptocurrencies, at least you're getting 3 to 5% per annum, right? It's like a little corporate bond. And corporate bonds, just so you know, you have to usually invest at least $200,000. I'm not sure whether there are smaller issues in corporations, but I know majority of the time they don't cater to retail. So I think the smallest corporate bond or government bond, I think is $5,000, if I'm not wrong, right? But that's like pathetic, guys. It's like, how much can you do, right? And the interest rate is so low. It's like 1% per annum. When you do proof of stake, you're able to say put $1,000, you're able to enjoy 5% on that $1,000, right? And then from then there's capital appreciation, because this space is still young, guys. The space is still young, it's still vibrant. I just don't know how to I can't always express how I feel, and it's very hard for me to always because I read very widely. But when I read very widely, I'm trying to fish out all the information. But you know what? There's so much information out there, it's very hard to filter. So all I can do is just try to articulate as much as I can and try to comprehend as much as I can and put it out there to you guys. So when you watch, say, people like Box Mining, Box Mining, he's putting out all that information right now to help you guys understand how this space is evolving. You see, he's right now in BitCan, right? He's having a convention at the moment. He's showing you guys that there's a lot of interest in the space. There's a lot of money that's being poured into the space, guys. It's just that you don't know, because all you are doing is focusing on your bloody Blockfolio. All you are doing is looking at your coin tracking. That's all you see. And you're just looking for only one particular information, like, say, for example, is quantum gonna moon? Is this gonna moon? Is that gonna moon? You're not looking at the big picture. And that is something that, governments, banks, no. Because most people are not big picture. Most people just want to put hand to mouth. That's it. Hand to mouth. As long as I can feed myself. So until you are able to take a step back, have a broader perspective of this scene, look at your own financial standing. Is it really that bad? You have to think that way. Let's say this space didn't exist. Let's say crypto didn't exist, guys. There was no 30% per day. There's no 200, 300% per day. It never existed. How is your life then? What are you going to do? You're going to continue working, right? You're going to maybe invest in whatever traditional markets there are. which are already heavily manipulated. And at the same time also, you don't have a chance, because at the end of the day, it's always the big boys have the dips into those IPOs first. Look at Snapchat. Where is it now in terms of price? It's 50% down. I don't even know whether there's anyone, how Snapchat is doing to excite people. I really don't know. But at the end of the day, this space is giving us so much room to breathe. There's so much opportunities for us to still make money, but we have to still be careful, because this space is still rampant with random ICOs, and people are desperate to make money. So in this time, let me just summarize. So let me just summarize. When you are here observing this market, take note that there are going to be cryptocurrencies that are going to show that they are doing very well. Okay, they're gonna create this illusion that, wow, it's doing fantastic. But when you look at the underlying, you don't even know why. And you know what you'll do? You're gonna cut your position from whatever that was solid. You're gonna try to make a quick buck on that, and you're gonna get burnt. And then when you come back, you're gonna have less money. And from a portfolio that maybe was supposed to be, if you stayed invested, that means you don't lose any of your tokens, right? You're not losing any of your tokens. So theoretically, from a dollar perspective or value perspective, it's still the same. But because you decided to exit and you entered into a position that was, say, tentatively favorable for the moment, and you lost money, that means literally you are going to have to climb out of a deeper hole. I hope you guys understand that. Because when you have to climb out from a deeper hole, you're not just trying to make back whatever you are intrinsically losing. Because intrinsic, when you're talking about paper loss, right, it's not a realized loss. When you exit a position, you actually realize the loss, guys. Think about it for a second. You exited 50%, let's say for example, let's look at Quantum. You lost 50 to 60%. You decided to cut. You're already down 60%. You decided to enter into a project. And then, okay, maybe you say you made 10%, but you only made 10% on the 40%. You made 10% on the 40%, or you made 30% on the 40%. You still have a lot more to go. But if you just stayed invested and you waited for the right projects to come about, and you waited for the right catalyst to push the price up, you didn't have to do jack. Not only that, you didn't have to pay any hefty fees. All right, you don't have to worry about saying taxes or anything like that, because you didn't even realize anything at the moment. So you don't have to worry about any taxes. In fact, right? You're actually building your portfolio. And if it's anything, anytime that there's a dip, you decide to enter again. For example, if Quantum is down 56%, then you ask yourself, do I want to cut, or do I want to keep investing, building up my overall portfolio? So if let's say you have Ethereum, you have Litecoin, you have Bitcoin. Okay, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, that's your staple, right? And then that's your consistently accumulating. Now you have your volatile cryptocurrencies, for example, Omisego, Metal, Civic, whatever, Stratus, whatever is your flavor, right? And you ask yourself, do you still want to keep building on these projects? So you bring up the overall portfolio, the portfolio value, right? The overall portfolio value has to increase. It's not just putting in the allocations just because you say 20% is just 20% of that. You have to bring up the overall percentage of your overall portfolio. That's proper portfolio management, guys. That's how you review. And when you look at your portfolio, you look from month to month, or you look from every quarter, you look every 6 months, and it's based on your risk profile. That's how you build it up, guys. It's all the while been like that. It's not like a magic show or whatever. It's just the way it is. All right. So this is the discipline that you have to accept. You have to stomach the volatility because you chose to be here. You chose to put your money in this space. You have to accept and stomach the volatility that happens on a day-to-day basis, right? And when there's an opportunity for you to take profit, you ask yourself, do you want to take profit on half? Do you want to take profit on, say, maybe the whole position? Because you only wanted to trade, you wanted to build more on your Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. So you ask yourself all these questions, and you strategize and you formulate a strategy, and you gradually build that. That's basically it, guys. Then with technical analysis, you plan your entries. You look at a few things. You look at volume, you look at Fibonacci's, you look at OBV, you look at EMA, and that's all you have to do, man. Like, don't complicate shit, because this space is already very complicated. Don't make it difficult for yourself, right? Try to understand things from a broader perspective and attack it. and you keep attacking and you keep rinsing and repeating, you keep doing it over and over again, eventually you look at the space 3 years from then and you look at your portfolio 3 years from now. That's how I want you all to focus. Look at your portfolio 3 to 5 years from now. And then you ask yourself, wow, I came a long way. Because I know some of you guys maybe entered, say, May, June, July, because when everything started to get hot, you heard about it. You heard your friend suddenly became Ethereum rich. And then you decided, man, wow, I think I want to be part of this too. And then you entered when Bitcoin was 1,002, currently Bitcoin is 3,008. Okay, and you hear stories like McAfee saying that, you know, Bitcoin is going to go to 25,000, 500,000. It gets you excited. But don't forget, when it pulls back, are you going to still be invested? That is what you have to ask yourself. And if you give up, and back to the title of today's episode, are you going to be here when the market goes into a bull run? Are you still going to be here? Okay, so I'm going to take a few questions from the floor. Okay. Okay, so yeah, guys. So let's look at this. Okay, so Matt Cow says, Ryan, do you think OMG is downtrending now? Guys, everything is downtrending now. Everything is downtrending now because the sentiment is just bad. When the sentiments are bad, you know, people are not willing to invest. They know that, same thing. If you're looking at just taking profit, okay, you want to still be able to use, because maybe the whales that are moving this market, they feel that this time for now is done, because the volume got choked off from China, guys. The volume got choked off from China. I can't suddenly go and open an account in Korea, right? I can't open a bank account in Korea and transfer the money out. I had to plan ahead, and how many people would have done that? So you don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about what China has to do now. Let China do whatever it wants to do, because the world will still have to revolve, right? You look at Russia. Russia just declared that in Leningrad, they're going to allow mining. So there is that aspect of the world that is still very pro-Bitcoin. For example, in Malaysia, Bank Negara just like wants to approve Bitcoin. Whether it does that or not, let's wait and see. BTS analysis. Okay, let's look at some BTS. See, guys, every single chart looks more or less similar. Okay, look at BTS, guys. What do you want me to say? Look at BTS. Right? It's down. It's down. It's like literally like already, it crapped all over the floor, guys. It already had its diarrhea. So if it already had its diarrhea, so the question is, do you want to pick it up? Do you see that the project in terms of the roadmap, is it going to progress towards there? Right? Is it going to be something that you want to invest in? I don't have to do a technical analysis on this. It's like if you want BitShares, if you feel that decentralized exchanges is going to be the next thing, pick it up. And decentralized exchanges are definitely going to be around, because it's like, you know, you don't want to have the same shit that happened in a centralized exchange, right? So if this company can provide that service, invest in it. That's all, right? If you believe in it, what it can do, invest in it. That's easy, Nola. Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, you have OMG and Quantum. And I got a little bit of Bitcoin Cash. Once Ethereum hard forks, I'll have Ethereum Cash. Come on, man. It's power to the people. It's power to the people. Guys, this space is all about you and me, man. It's about us. It's us against them. It's you think that just because you're one person, you think it doesn't work. Do you know that ants, you know, when when they come together to work on something, they do a lot of wonderful things that no one knows. Just look at the human civilization. If we are able to think as one, we are able to definitely work as one. It's the same thing, man. Like, you know, okay, if it's one ant, you can crush the fella, right? But if it's a lot of ants, do you think that you can, like, you know, you can just hurt it? In fact, you'll bite your arm off. Just saying. How do you feel about 0x? Okay, right now, I would, as long as, okay, I understand that 0x is also going to be, is it going to be a trading platform? That's the only question. Because now, what's the concern now? The concern is to be able to trade crypto. The fungibility of being able to trade interchangeably, that is my main concern now. It cannot be based on anything else. Okay, enjoyment has to take a back seat. For example, I think Steam is the only social media platform that I would even consider investing in, because it is already a decentralized social media platform that allows people to voice out, right? So, and not only that, content creators. So guys, those of you who are great at writing, okay, you guys are great at writing articles, start a Steam account right now. You know, start sharing about how you feel. You know, write about anything. You don't have to write about crypto. You can write about what you're good at. Cooking, taking care of kids. You are someone who is into skydiving. You're a surfing expert. Put all those content up there, man. Like, that's what you're supposed to do, right? And with the Steam ecosystem, you are able to be rewarded and be upvoted for articles that you like. Look, I don't use Steam, guys. I'm not going to benefit from whatever. I don't even have a Steam account. I can't write. But I'm just saying, giving you an example. Do you margin trade? No, I don't. Because cryptocurrencies are so volatile at this current juncture. Why do I even need to margin trade, man? You know why there's even margin trade? There's lack of volatility in that particular pairing. Say, for example, Forex. Say, for example, you're looking at an options platform, a CFD or whatever derivative, okay? Because Forex, there's only so much that it can move. Let's say 100 pips or 200 pips, depending on what kind of pairing. Let's say you do Jap Yen Euro, Euro Jap Yen or something like that. So when people look at all these volatile pairs and together with leverage, it gives them a chance to make some money. You don't need that in crypto, man. Crypto is already on steroids. What more you want? Right? You want to go broke? Yeah. By all means. But you know what? There are some pro traders that are just excellent at using margin trading in crypto, because they are so disciplined. They're not looking for the moon, guys. They're looking at 5-10%, but they're trading larger accounts. So they don't have to put so much risk and accept so much volatility. All right? Okay, Tiago, I'm still holding ETC from when you called it in June. My break even is about 0.007 Satoshis. If ETC is having some news from Metropolis, or you think it will have some movement in the future, Tiago, there's nothing to do with Metropolis has nothing to do with ETC. ETC is its own chain. Metropolis is everything to do with the current Ethereum. Bitcoin bottom. Look, man, you know what's the bottom for Bitcoin? Okay, let me show you. You have a potential 2008. Okay, so guys, just now when I mentioned it just broke 3008, guys. So we're gonna probably see further downside. Okay, we're gonna probably see further downside, because it really just broke 3008 as we spoke, right? So expect further downside, at least from a technical standpoint. Let's see where it closes, right? Let's not be too concerned yet. And even if it does, the next support level will be 2008. Okay, that's the next level, 2008. You have a small little support level at the 3,400 mark. The next one, guys, will be 1,002. Just saying, that's where it is. If you ask where's the level, right? What's up, Kev? What's up, Michael? Guys, if you are planning to buy Bitcoin, be more patient. That's the best advice I can give you. You want to be extremely cautious at this stage. Okay, you want to gradually scale in. Because right now, the losses are going to be huge, right? And the volatility is going to be huge. So you want to do very low ball stuff. So 2.8, 189, 1898, go for it, man. Go for the low ball stuff. There's plenty of opportunities this whole year, trust me, man. The FUD is not over. Yeah, stuff is crashing live. That's why we do what we do, right? You are able to identify support based on Fibonacci's. That is just the psychological trend of the previous price points. So when you use Coinergy, you just basically, let's say for example, so you pick a period and you just draw, guys. See, Fibonacci lines up very well. You look at the resistance. All right, so this is the resistance at that point, and then it's currently now going to be a support, right? So the support is 3,000, 2009, 3,000. Then you look at 3,383. So this is, can you see these candles here, guys? Can you see these little candles here? It forms up very nicely, isn't it? So this is one of the support levels. So if this breaks, it goes down to the next. That's all. Look, it's never too late to tether. Okay, it's never too late to tether. If you want to tether, guys, you can. You can tether, but don't tether the whole position, right? So it depends on where you bought it. If you bought very, very high, right, and you want to tether, you can do some scaling. So in a sense that, let's say for example, you unfortunately bought at maybe 4,000. Currently now you have lost $400 for every Bitcoin. And you decide to lock in some value, you want to tether 50%. So what you do is you can tether 50%. If it drops below the price that you tethered at, you re-enter again. And you re-enter very strategically at these Fibonacci support levels. That's all you can do, guys. That's all you can do, right? So it's either you wait for a consolidation, that means you don't go in like now. You wait for a consolidation, a sideways consolidation first, and then you decide. Because there can be always new support levels that are found. Because right now it's just very poor market sentiment. The bad news is just literally China. It's just literally China, man. And of course you have high profile financial moguls, hedge fund managers coming out and saying that Bitcoin is shit. Bitcoin should have done this. Bitcoin should be half the value. They can say whatever they want because they're not speaking for us. They're speaking for themselves. They're speaking for their institutional clients that are AI, meaning accredited investors who are not needing to work 9 to 5 maybe, or maybe they do work 9 to 5, but at the end of the day they are the 1%, they are the 10%. They know what to do, guys. They want to make money too. The thing is, people of the 10% always want to continue to make money. So you need to think that way as well. If you were the top 10%, how would you think? How would you react in this market, right? So let's say, for example, your portfolio is dying. Could you, for example, think of something creative to earn more money apart from you do a side gig? So for example, I think if you watch Gary Vaynerchuk had this 2017 challenge where you have a lot of crap in your house and you start selling that. You create a website or you join some kind of third party, like a carousel or something like that, okay? And you start selling your junk. Yeah, raise some money, guys. Be entrepreneurial, because it's usually this kind of circumstances. Then you should start thinking about all the stuff. Be entrepreneurial, guys. What can I say? What do you expect will bring momentum back? It has to be a combination of things. Firstly, it has to be a different tone. Maybe China having a different tone. Maybe China may not have a different tone. It can be a bigger... okay, look. Right now, you may expect governments to actually crush and use the momentum to crush this, because that is what they wanted from the very get-go. If you watch the Dollar Vigilante, he actually mentioned this FUD or this uncertainty will continue to come and crash down on us, because now is the best time. When people's morale is the lowest, they want to crush you. They want to make sure that you exit, you never look at this space again. And because the community is still very, very kind of smallish, all right, yeah, they'll crush you right now. Why should they give you hope? Why would I want to let you leave a system that I am so in control of? Why would JP Morgan want you to leave, guys? I wouldn't want you to leave if I was JP Morgan. I want you to be enslaved to me forever. That's what I would do. I have all altcoins in its how I had 30 times my gains. Now I'm in a loss in majority. Should I sell to balance the portfolio and build BTC balance? Right now, Mo, if you intend to sell, okay, it is the worst time for you to sell, man. It's the worst time for you to sell. Okay, maybe let's just say how did I build everything up. Okay, so because I didn't want to go back into the job, right? I didn't want to go back into an office job after I left banking. So at that time, I was a personal trainer. Okay, I was a personal trainer for a short stint, at least a year and a half. I found clients. Literally, I promoted on Facebook my services, right? And then I started to get a little bit of clients from my network. And then gradually I realized that I couldn't scale the business. So I asked myself, how am I going to scale the business? How am I going to be able to make money even though I didn't have to work? Because I was waking up very early for certain clients, right? I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. because the client was coming to my place at 6 to work out. And then after that, I went back to sleep. Then, the hours were all over the place. I still had to work out myself. And then, clients would come in the afternoon, so on and so forth. Okay, I was making kind of okay income because I was charging $80 an hour. But I realized that, they wanted my attention, right? They wanted my attention. They're paying for my services. And the problem with personal training, if you're not a celebrity trainer, how much can you really charge? The market rate was $50, $60, $70, $80, maybe $100 maximum, right? So you have to ask yourself, how are you going to scale? So that's when I started understanding, okay, I stepped into internet marketing, because internet marketing has very low capital outlay. Very low, guys. You can start with either a few $100 to, I think around $500 you can get started. Okay, that's how I started. And I gradually understood, okay, the importance is having content, and at the same time you have to have a good product that people want to buy, right? So as long as you have something like that going on for yourself, you gradually can create a blog. If you don't want to do videos, don't do videos, but you can create a blog, and then you gradually build on it, because everyone has a skill set. I bet you, in all the folks that I can see here, I know you all have special skills, guys. You all have special skills. So it's just a matter of what kind of business do you want to do, right? You just have to think, and this is the best time. And you know what? You can charge in crypto. Yeah, if you want to build your cryptocurrency, you can charge in crypto. Or, if you don't, you can just charge the normal way, get some fiat, and then gradually build your portfolio. So that way, you have always something to do. And when the market goes into the bull run, you just take it, oh great, it's a bull run. and you still continue what you're doing. You keep building these multiple streams of income, guys. You don't stop. You never stop, man. Because the moment you get complacent, you see, you have a job, it's 9 to 5, I understand. When you are stuck in traffic, you don't want to think about anything else except going home, having your dinner, watching some Netflix. Very little self-improvement because you're just so tired. I can't blame you. I really can't blame you because that's the way it is. You are going to be overworked. You're going to be jammed up in traffic from morning because you maybe live at the outskirts and you want to, and you're working, and of course maybe your office is in the city area. You're going to spend 1.5 hours traveling. You have to wake up a little bit early in the morning, get the kids ready for school, and then after that you send them to school, and then from then you send yourself to work, and then after that you end work on the dot. You travel back. Practically the whole day is gone. What self-improvement are you talking about, Ryan? So the question is, are you going to be willing to sacrifice some enjoyment time over the weekend to improve yourself, to pick up some new skills? That is the question I want to ask you. Or, yes, the weekend is family time. Ryan, don't touch my family time, man. Don't touch my family time, man. Don't go there, man. I want to go and play with my kids. I want to go to the beach. I want to go to the mall and chill with my friends. You can do that, guys. No one is stopping you from doing that because it is your time. You do whatever you want. Everyone has 24 hours a day. You decide to do whatever you want with your time. But my suggestion, my recommendation is to sacrifice the kind of hours you have now so that you have a better future next time. That's what I'm just trying to say. So are you willing to, say for example, work 20 hours a day? Okay, so meaning that you're going to work 8 hours. Then after that, for the next 4 hours when you get home, are you going to pick up a new skill? Are you willing to do that? Right? Guys, the reason why I sleep 4 to 5 hours is not because I had a baby. I was sleeping 4 to 5 hours even before I had a baby, guys. Because when my mind keeps working, I'm always thinking about improving the business. I'm very competitive, guys. But if you're not competitive, it's okay. But do you have a goal? Do you have a plan for your family? To think about that, because maybe your wife is trying very hard at work. She's trying to do whatever she needs to do. Can you help her out? Your hubby, maybe he just got laid off. You gotta think about something. You gotta think about something together, right? This economy is not gonna help you out, right? And if this economy starts evolving, are you skilled enough to move with the times? Guys, I'm not a genius, please. I'm anything from a genius, guy. I read slow. I can't articulate properly all the time. But you know what? I'm just hardworking. That's all I am, man. I surround myself with people who are hardworking, more successful than me. And when I listen to them, I just basically absorb whatever they have to say. I keep my mouth shut and I listen to what they have to say because they've done better, they've done more than me. Do you have these kind of people in your life? And if you do, buy them lunch. Tomorrow is Friday. Don't go out drinks and getting wasted with your friends. Go and call those people up. Ask them, hey, what are you doing in this time? Have a session, just talk to them. Start being interested in their world. What kind of books are they reading? What kind of networks are they having? Just build it up. Build it up from there. And then from then, you discover what you are good at. It may seem very simple, but it's really that simple, guys. You just have to open your mouth and think. There you go, Kev. So Kev has just mentioned that my wife works in a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, and they have negative views of crypto space among some of the traders, and yet there are others quietly chipping away investing it in their own time at home. Of course, man. Who would have thought? Do you feel Quantum has more strength/growth potential than NEO? What differences do you see between them? I do not want to be comparing Neo and Quantum. To me, I find that they are really different. In terms of, yes, they are both in the smart contract space, both can cater to ICOs, but I know that they are different. They are definitely different, guys. So because I haven't done as much deep reading as I have to Neo, I will not comment. What I want to see is when Quantum launches its mainnet, I want to see, when Quantum starts doing the full swap, I want to see what happens then. When the ecosystem is running at full capacity, because right now they're not running on full capacity, guys, because Neo had the mainnet up, everyone is staking. See, there are people, you see, the reason why Neo is currently 18, 19, 20, 18, 19, 20 is because people are staking, guys. People are staking their Neo tokens and earning dividends. I think the last I checked was 4.5% or 4.7%. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. 4.7% is great, right? Share some topics you think it's important when making coin research. I think for me, okay, I needed to understand what this space requires. So I want to look for articles that help me to understand this space better, because I'm from the financial sector. So I know that, okay, what does the financial sector want to do? They want to increase profit margins by bringing down transactional costs. They want to bring down staff costs, of course, like all this. Basically, it's always about the bottom line, guys. Okay, so it's being more efficient, faster, and if it can be trustless, even better. So this is what the blockchain can do for you, right? And now with Ethereum and smart contracts, even better. All these things, escrow, all this can be validated. Okay, then the next thing is blockchain application solutions. So what is the take up of companies, small, medium enterprise? How many people are actually switching to the blockchain? How many enterprises at the moment are switching to the blockchain? We have to start listening and, you know, keeping our eyes and ears peeled, like which companies and why are they moving towards that? So we question ourselves. Guys, we are not gonna only listen but apply. Thank you so much, man. That is exactly what I want you guys to do. Just apply, man. Because don't just listen, do something about it. Because right now, if you guys are starting to accept crypto, okay, so now I need to ask from the floor. Can you all use cryptocurrencies to buy groceries? And I mean, I'm really asking a question here, guys. Are you all able to use cryptocurrencies for your day-to-day stuff? Pay bills. Okay, so pay bills, food. Pay bills and basically pay bills and buy food. Are you able to do that in your area? If you all are able to do that in your area, then do it, because that is the start. That is the start of the ecosystem, because the value that we give Bitcoin is based on what we perceive it to be. Right? It's not the government perceives that Bitcoin is this price. This price of where it is now is because we believe in it. People believe in it. That's all. That's how it's supposed to work. Jose, I think I mentioned that I'm only investing in 6 cryptocurrencies at the moment. So those are the ones that have interconnected infrastructure, meaning that they are able to build on top of each other, and at the same time they are able to scale very quickly. That is the kind of cryptocurrencies that I'm invested in. What's the best way to convert crypto into fiat? You have to ask yourself, which exchange are you at the moment? Because right now, I do not know which country are you in. I do not know what are your, what's your country's stand on cryptocurrencies, right? Guys, you can always create a forum, okay, and you know, just start putting out your skills, man, your skill sets. You know, I think there are a lot of people right now that don't even know and don't even want to accept cryptocurrencies. Now, how many of you are willing to accept cryptocurrencies as a form of payment? So, if you are willing to build, okay, are you willing to build? Guys, I accept everything. All my services are all in crypto, guys. I don't accept fiat. I don't accept fiat. I accept crypto because I believe in it. I only accept crypto. I accept Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. Because I told myself that, sure, I can diversify, I can put it into something else, but I want to accept cryptocurrencies and I want to start spending that crypto. Yeah, it may be a bit more expensive because if you put it into a debit card or whatever, it's going to charge you more, but you can spend it, right? I can buy food, right? I can use a debit card on it, right? Then okay, serves the point. Okay, so just for the fans, which 6? Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, OMG, Bitcoin Cash, and Quantum. That's what I'm invested in. And I am mining Ethereum Classic. Do you quote in crypto or USD? Interchangeably, because there are certain cryptos that are a little bit like Bitcoin is you only can quote it in US dollar. Ethereum you can quote in US dollar because for now that is what we pay in. But you know what? Going forward in the future, we are going to be able to just quote in Satoshis. We're gonna be able to quote in Satoshis, guys, because that is the value that we want to accept. I mean, guys, fiat currency is not going to disappear. Okay, it's going to be alongside it. It's just going to be alongside crypto, and it's just a matter of whether you want to accept it as a form of payment. That's all. Something somewhere bad, bro. Something somewhere bad about Coinbase. What is bad about Coinbase? Alright, guys. You guys, please, man. Please. Okay. I want you all to really start finding a perspective. Start thinking outside the box a bit. Man, please, guys. Look, okay, go and watch Gary Vaynerchuk. Go and watch Gary Vaynerchuk. Watch a few of his episodes. He teaches people how to just be creative, how to start marketing. Just watch his episodes, man. Gary Vaynerchuk. Go and buy his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. You know, think about all this kind of stuff first. Okay? You want to put out your time. You want to put out your time, give some value. That's what you want to do. Why do people want to watch you? Because you're going to give them value. You're going to let them think a little bit different. Because why? Because the people around them are not giving them value, right? Because no one has time to give you value when they personally are trying very hard to make a living, right? So you look for people who are giving the value like for free. Like literally go and just follow Gary Vaynerchuk, guys. He is someone who is phenomenal. He is just someone who is always working, always moving around very quickly. I think he's coming to Singapore, right? So have an opportunity. I mean, you guys, you know, he is so focused. He always says that he wants to buy the Jets, right? It's a football team, and I think the Jets are shit, right? They are a shit team. They tend to lose a lot of the matches, but he always prophesizes. He just says, I'm going to one day buy the Jets. I'm going to one day buy the Jets. Every bloody other episode, he's going to say, like, I always want to buy the Jets. You keep saying that over and over and over again about what you want to achieve. That is when you will get it. You will just get it one day, guys. You think I'm bullshitting when I say that? It's not. I just wish that I could just share, or I documented the shit journey that I had to go through to get to where I am today. And you know what? I'm still hungry. I still have so many things I haven't achieved yet. That's why you keep going, because the moment you achieve something new, you plan for something bigger than that, right? And you know what? I think I think I'm always, you know, I want to thank Kevin, right? And Kevin is someone who, you know, he trolls me sometimes, but you know what? He's someone who also motivates me a lot, because he's someone who's already successful in what he does. He's a developer in Vancouver. He talks a lot of shit, okay? But when somehow he just knows that when he sees me losing momentum, he will just, hey bro, what's up? You know, he will just talk some crap to make you feel good about yourself. And it helps, man, to have people like that in the space, people around you. And those are the ones that you keep closest to you, because those are the ones that think about you when no one else is thinking about you, right? So this is what you got to do, man. Somehow you just call out to the universe enough, eventually it will happen. Okay, so guys, without further ado, okay, I'm gonna leave you with whatever I said, and I hope that you guys apply it. Go and pick up a book over the weekend, guys. I don't care what book, just pick it up. I hope that book is about health. I hope that book is about self-improvement, okay? Or a book about business, about internet marketing, about how to write better, how to cook better, and you focus and you amplify the skills. Use that knowledge. If you don't like to read books, go and find something on YouTube. All right? Go and find something on YouTube. Go and find something online to read about it and start building that up. This is your plan now until end of the year. Don't care about what the fuck the market does. Just basically focus on a secondary skill that you know you have, or you've always been thinking about it, but you've always been putting it off. You've been putting it off. Now today, you're going to start. You're going to write it down and say, fuck yeah, I'm going to start thinking about doing that skill that I've always wanted to do. And then you are going to think about how to monetize it. I repeat, you're not going to just do it for the sake of doing it. You're going to think about how to monetize it, how you're going to make money with that. Okay? So with that being said, thank you so much, guys. Ryan signing off.